The number one benefit of information technology is that it empowers people to do what they want to do. It lets people be creative. It lets people be productive. It lets people learn things they didn't think they could learn before, and so in a sense it is all about potential. It's how tenacious you are that will determine your success. I want to express my deepest condolences at the passing of Steve Jobs, one of the founders of our industry and a true visionary. My heart goes out to his family, everyone at Apple and everyone who has been touched by his work. I like to tell people that all of our products and business will go through three phases. There's vision, patience, and execution. You get some success. You run into some walls. It's how tenacious you are, how irrepressible, how ultimately optimistic and tenacious you are about it that will determine your success. There's no chance that the iPhone is going to get any significant market share. No chance. Great companies with the way they work, first start with great leaders. We're going to think big, we're going to bet big. Number one thing is that life is just not as interrupt-driven as when you're running a company. Linux is a cancer that attaches itself in an intellectual property sense to everything it touches. I think good ideas are usually better done quickly than slowly. This is all about having great leaders who can drive agile innovation and agile decision-making. I don't really know that anybody's proven that a random collection of people doing their own thing actually creates value. Accessible design is good design. The way I do things, I usually always prefer to have a very clear strategy and be very focused. At the same time to be very rock solid, and crisp in execution. The world is changing, but so is Microsoft. I didn't leave business school to go bankrupt. Any idea that turns out to be truly great can be harvested for tens of years. On the other hand, if you want to continue to be great, you've got to bet on new things, big, bold bets. As a global company, our future growth and success requires that we constantly look at ways to improve our ability to serve customers worldwide. REIT companies have high cultures of accountability. It comes with this culture of criticism I was talking about before, and I think our culture is strong on that. I don't know what a monopoly is until somebody tells me. Developers, 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 developers. I would love to see all open source innovation happen on top of Windows. Google's not a real company. It's a house of cards. My wife spent a lot of time on what we do from a civic contribution giving perspective. For a number of years, I've really joined her in that. We're focused on issues in the United States, particularly issues with people who have been trapped in neighborhoods in what I might call intergenerational poverty. And then you take a look at spaces. There is this great innovation that came out of nowhere. We have the #1 blogging site in the world because of the innovation that's there. So, I think the output of our innovation is great. We have a culture of self-improvement. I know we can continue to improve. There is no issue. But at the same time, our absolute level of output is fantastic. Throughout our history, Microsoft has won by making big, bold bets. I believe that now is not the time to scale back the scope of our ambition or the scale of our investment. While our opportunities are greater than ever, we also face new competitors, faster-moving markets and new customer demands. Only our company and a handful of others are poised to write the future. Everyone likes to differentiate between business and consumers, but I don't see the difference really. Most people are people. I get personal and business mail and I have one set of contacts from my life. I don't want to manage two sets. I want one view of my world. I think the biggest mistake most people make when they pick their first job is they don't worry enough about whether they'll love the work, and they worry more about whether it's good experience. Analytics only goes so far. Basketball, more than baseball, for example, is really a team sport. The lifeblood of our business is that R&D spend. There's nothing that flows through a pipe or down a wire or anything else. We have to continuously create new innovation that lets people do something they didn't think they could do the day before. Whatever device you use, Windows will be there. Windows will be everywhere on every device without compromise. We don't have a monopoly. We have market share. There's a difference. There's a huge crowd out there that basically will go nuts recommending to every coach on the planet, "Hey, coach, I've been playing with the analytics. I think you should do X, Y, and Z." Accessible design is good design. It benefits people who don't have disabilities as well as people who do. Accessibility is all about removing barriers and providing the benefits of technology for everyone. I'd rather use Windows and Internet Explorer in hell than I'd use Linux and Mozilla Firefox in heaven. Computer science is the operating system for all innovation. You don't need to be a computer scientist to use a Windows phone. I think you do to use an Android phone.